Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel Pratik Singh Classes. In our today's video, we are going to study about Standard 11 Physics Volume 1 Unit 1, and this video is the second part of Unit 1, that is Nature of Physical World and Measurement. Okay. In this video, we will study section 1.3, that is Physics in relation to technology and society. Fine. If you are new to my video, please subscribe it now. Please like and share the video, the channel among your friends so that everybody should get benefits from my knowledge. Please hit the bell icon so that whenever I will upload a new video, you will get its instant notification. Fine. So now let us start our today's class. In our previous video, we have studied up to section 1.2.2. Today we are starting from section 1.3, that is physics in relation and to technology and society. Whatever technology we use in our day-to-day life, okay, like from mobile phone to TV, washing machine, refrigerators, whatever things we use, okay, we will see how physics help us to make all those things, okay, in manufacturing of all those things. If you are watching this video in your laptop or desktop, okay, even all the components which you use in your laptop or desktop or mobile phone or any other gadget, okay, all of them are totally based on the concepts of physics. Fine. So let us start. Technology is the application of the principles of physics for practical purposes. Okay, means for practical purposes we use technology, and all those technology are based on the applications of the principles of physics. Okay, just for an example, okay, when you use touch screen mobile phones, okay, when you touch the screen, how does the screen changes or how does a particular app it opens, okay, all of those things are based on the applications of physics. Okay, then in washing machine, when you put your dirty clothes and detergent, soap and water, when it rotates, how the in that situation how the dirt comes out from the cloth, okay, all of those things are based on the technological aspects of physics. Okay, the application of knowledge for practical purpose in various fields to invent and produce useful products or to solve problems is known as technology. So this is the definition of technology, okay, that whatever the practical aspects we use, okay, for various field for the betterment of our life, okay, is known as technology. Even if you use the pencil to write or the pen to write, okay, that is also based on the concepts of physics. Like when you hold a pen, what is the pressure exerted by your fingers on the body of the pen? Then when the pen rubs the paper, okay, because of friction it makes mark on the paper and lot of other things. Then the fluid filled in the pen, okay, in the refill of the pen, okay, it doesn't go in backward, it comes from top to bottom through the nib. So all those things are based on the technology, and those technology uses the use of physics. Thus physics and technology can both together impact our society directly or indirectly. Okay, I am not here saying only about physics, but everything which involves around us is from physics. Okay, the technology which we use for any purpose is one or the other way directly connected to the principles of physics. Okay, for example, let us see what are the things given here. Example number 1. Basic laws of electricity and magnetism led to the discovery of wireless technology, which has shrunk the world with effective communication over large distances. Okay, so basically we know about flow of charges, flow of current, and a lot of things we have seen since our birth. Okay, there the properties of electricity and the properties of magnetism has led us to discover a lot of new advanced technology like the mobile phones which we use today. Okay, now we are living in the era of 4G in India now. Okay, and very soon the government will roll out 5G program in pan India. Okay, so day by day the technology is being advanced. Okay, these advancements are for our life, to make our life smooth as much as possible, and all those things, okay, the way the technology works, okay, are based on the basic principles of physics. Okay, when you use 5G mobile phones, okay, when you call to your friends, to your family members, or anybody else, okay, how the call is get connected, okay, how your voice is communicated from one place to other place, and how do you receive the voice, okay, then how you see online videos, all those things are totally based on the concepts of physics. Okay, the wireless communication advancements have changed us, okay, from earlier era of the distinct world. It has now made us a person of global village, where we can chat, we can share our information, we can call anybody on real time. Okay, the launching of satellite into space has revolutionized the concept of communication. Okay, in our subsequent units we will study about magnetism, and there we will study a lot about the gravitation and how the satellites are being launched. Okay, now the satellites are being launched in space for many purposes, like for weather forecasting, for spying on other countries, for telecommunications, okay, for to search what is beneath the earth, okay, and a lot of other things. Okay, those things have revolutionized the concept of communication. Fine. And those things are also based on physics, like what will be the mass of a rocket in which the satellite will be filled, and how it will take off, and how it will come out of the you can say force of attraction of the earth, how the satellite will rotate around the earth, okay, or how we can make a satellite to stay at a place in a space above the earth's surface, okay, and how people are going, or the space travelers are going from earth to moon and to other planets also. Okay, so all those things have revolutionized the modern technology, and all those things are based on physics. Okay, microelectronics, lasers, computers, superconductivity, and nuclear energy have comprehensively changed the thinking and living style of human beings. Okay, microelectronics, that means when we say about diodes and triodes, or VVSLI, okay, a lot of things which you will study in your subsequent chapters. Okay, it has changed our world. Okay, laser techniques have changed a lot of things around us. Okay, we have laser surgery, we have laser printers, we have laser warheads. Okay, then computer, we have made the computers smaller, as much smaller as it is possible. We have made supercomputers which can make billions of calculations in fractions of seconds. Okay, nuclear energy, clean nuclear energy has revolutionized the production of green energy. Okay, and a lot of other things for the betterment of human life, okay, is being based on the concepts of physics. Okay, so I hope these three examples have shown here how physics has helped us, okay, how it has changed the life, and how it has made us to think in a new way. All right, moving forward. Fine. Physics, being a fundamental science, has played a vital role in the development of all other sciences. Okay, that means physics teaches the concepts and theories of physics itself, but it also helps us to understand and visualize the concepts of other branches of science also. Okay, like physics is related to chemistry, physics is related to biology, okay, geology, okay, earth sciences, geomorphology, okay, then astronomy, and a lot of other things. Fine, let us see examples that how physics is related to other subjects also. Okay, now the first one is physics in relation to chemistry. That means how physics and chemistry is correlated, and also how physical concepts help chemistry to understand the concepts. Fine. In physics, we study the structure of atom, radioactivity, X-ray diffraction, etc. Okay. See, later in our 11th and 12th question, we will study about structure of atoms. Okay, that how is an atom made of, what are the basic principles of subatomic particles. Okay, then there we will study about radioactivity. Okay, then X-rays, diffraction, okay, and a lot of other phenomena. Okay, and such studies have enabled researchers in chemistry to arrange elements in the periodic table on the basis of their atomic numbers. Okay, so see here the things which is given, that is atomic physics, radioactivity, X-ray diffraction, etc. It has helped, the concepts of these things has helped the chemists to arrange the elements in periodic table. Okay, you know very well that in modern periodic table the elements are arranged according to their atomic number, not according to their mass number, which was the previous one. Okay, and a lot of other phenomenon which we will study in chemistry is totally based on the concepts of physics. Okay, this has further helped to know the nature of valence and chemical bonding and to understand the complex chemical structures. Okay, in 11th and in 12th we will study about how the bonds are being made between two atoms or between two ions, then what is the chemical structure of a given molecule in 3 dimension, how the atoms in the molecules are arranged, and all other things are based on the basic concepts of physics. Okay, then interdisciplinary means two subjects correlated to each other. Okay, branches like physical chemistry and quantum chemistry play important roles here. Okay, you have to study physical chemistry. Chemistry has 3 parts. One is organic, then inorganic, and then physical chemistry. In physical chemistry you have to study about calculations, chemical calculations, and most of the topics which you will study there are totally based on the concepts of physics. Okay, then quantum chemistry, the things which you will study in quantum chemistry, not in 11th or 12th but in higher studies like BSc chemistry. Okay, all those things there are also correlated to physics. Okay, so physics play a big role in understanding the basic principles of chemistry also. Fine, now second example is physics in relation to biology. Okay, you will be amazed to know that when we study about the structure of cells, whether it is plant cell or animal cell, okay, then how the cell function, okay, and a lot of other things are totally based on physics. In future when you will go to be a doctor, to qualify for MBBS, okay, there also you have to study about psychological physics, human physics, soil physics, okay, then medical physics. In medicines, how the chemicals are being manufactured, okay, and how to correlate each one. All those things are based on the concepts of physics. Coming to the book, biological studies are impossible without a microscope designed using basic physical principle. Okay, so you might have seen microscope, okay, and the way microscope work, the way it functions, the principle behind it is based on the physics laws. Okay, the invention of electron microscope has made it possible to see even the structure of a cell. Okay, we know very well that in a cell there are a lot of organelles like Golgi apparatus, mitochondria. Okay, then how it is made of, what is the structure of all those things. Okay, it is possible to see all those things and study about all those things because of advancement of microscope, and the way microscope works is totally based on the concepts of physics. So it is very interesting to know here that physics helps biology a lot. Okay, X-ray and neutron diffraction techniques have helped us to understand the structure of nucleic acid, which help to control vital life process. Okay, in biology you will study. Okay, now you have just entered your class 11. So in future, that means after 2-3 units of biology you will study there that how and why the nucleic acid function, okay, in which way they function. Okay, all those things are totally based on the techniques of physics. There, with the help of X-ray diffraction or neutron diffraction, we try to understand the structure of nucleic acid. Okay, then how the atoms of the nucleic acid are arranged in 3 ways. Okay, so all the life processes which we will study in biology, okay, will one or the other way related to physics. Okay, X-rays are used for diagnostic purposes also. Okay, like when anybody get fracture, okay, to see inside the body, a lot of other things we use X-ray, okay, for finding out where is the fracture inside the body, how the bones are misplaced. Okay, X-ray is basically the birth of physics. Okay, so here biological process also takes help for its own advancement okay, by physics. All right, radioisotopes are used in radiotherapy for the cure of cancer and other diseases. Okay, if anybody is suffering from cancer, okay, they are being diagnosed with the help of radiotherapy, and their radioisotopes are used as medicine and the diagnosis tools. Okay, and the basic principle behind using those radioisotopes are taken from the basic fundamentals of physics. In recent years, biological processes are being studied from physics point of view, okay, that whenever any biological process happens, okay, what basic rule is behind that, and to understand those things we need a lot of concepts from physics. Okay, now physics in relation to mathematics. Earlier in the previous video I have said you that suppose if physics is the body, then mathematics is its soul. Mathematics itself is not physics, it is an art, but we need the mathematical terms to solve the physics equations. Okay, physics is a quantitative science. Quantitative science means we need a lot of data to explain a certain logical comprehension. It is most closely related to mathematics as a tool for its development. Like when you will study in this chapter and next chapters, we use the help of mathematics like basic algebra, integration, differentiation, trigonometry, okay, and a lot of other tools of mathematics are needed for a study of physics. Okay, physics in the relation to astronomy. Astronomy totally deals with physics. Okay, astronomical telescopes are used to study the motion of planets and other heavenly bodies in the sky. Okay, you might have heard about the astronomical satellites or telescopes which are being made by NASA or ISRO, okay, or Suparco. Okay, all those satellites or all those telescopes are really based on the concepts of physics. Okay, and just based on the concept of how light passes through a lens and how much magnification we can get it, okay, to see the things which are very far away from us. Okay, radio telescopes have enabled the astronomers to observe distant point of the universe. Okay, now with the help of advanced technology, radio telescopes are useful to find out the structure of astronomical objects which are even billions and billions of light years away from us. Okay, studies of universe are done using physical principles. So whatever we see around us, it is actually based on the concepts of physics. Okay, for example, you might have studied about telescope, the ray diagram in class 9th and 10th. Okay, and that is the basic principle of physics. Okay, we just assemble big glasses to get the high magnifications, okay, in a proper way. That is just physics. Okay, all right, moving forward. Next example is physics in relation to geology. Okay, geo means earth sciences. Fine. Diffraction techniques help to study the crystal structure of various rocks. Okay, the rocks which we see around us like igneous rock, amorphous rock, sedimentary rocks. Okay, how are they made of and what is the crystal structure of those rocks help us to define what is the age of earth and when those rocks have been made. Okay, and the basic principle to study those things are based on the tools and techniques of physics. Radioactivity is used to estimate the age of rocks, fossils and the age of earth. Okay, in class 9th and 10th you might have studied about carbon doping, okay, C13 estimation. Okay, that is the radioactivity. With the help of radioactivity we find out when the organism or any fossil has died. Okay, with the help of that now we know that the Earth's life or the Earth's age is around 4.5 billion years. Okay, the oldest rock found on our Earth was of 2.2 billion years. Okay, but relating to that with other calculations and things, we now know that our Earth is itself 4.5 billion years old. Fine. Then physics in relation to oceanography, okay, means a study of ocean sciences. Oceanographers seek to understand the physical and chemical process of the oceans, okay, means how the ocean is made of and what different types of components, okay, the water contains. They measure parameters such as temperature, salinity, current, speed, gas fluxes, chemical components of the oceanic water, okay, like what is the temperature of the ocean at any particular place, okay. As we move from place to place around the ocean, the temperature of the water changes, and because of the change in the temperature of water, the direction and speed of water current also changes, and salinity in the water also changes, and a lot of other things are totally dependent on the tools and techniques of physics. Okay, then physics in relation to psychology. All psychological interactions can be derived from a physical process, okay, means what are the things happening inside us can be derived with the help of physical process. The movements of neurotransmitters are governed by the physical properties of diffusion and molecular motion, okay, like whenever we get hurt, the neurons in our body send signal to the brain, and again brain takes the reaction due to a stimuli, okay. So there a lot of diffusion and molecular motion happens inside the body, which is totally governed by the laws, tools and techniques of physics. The functioning of our brain is related to our understanding dualism, okay, means how the brain functions, okay, and in any particular situation how does our brain take any particular action is totally dependent on the physical process or the physical science or the laws being made by physics. Nature teaches true science with physics as an efficient tool. Science and technology should be used in a balanced manner so that they do not become weapons to destroy nature, which taught us science, okay. Now these days every country is making nuclear bombs, which is the drawback of advancement of technology which is based on physics, okay. Science and technology should be based on humankind. It should not destroy the nature, okay, and ultimately it should not destroy the very human being, okay. Whatever things we do, okay, whatever things we want from the nature should be done in a proper way using the science and technology, but it should not be destructive in any way. All right, global warming and other negative impacts of technology need to be checked, okay. These days we are too much afraid that the glaciers on the North Pole and South Pole will melt and the ocean level will rise and our earth will sink, okay. That is because of global warming, okay, because we have burnt the fossil fuels in huge that the carbon dioxide generated by it has made global warming, okay. In last 30 to 40 years, the average temperature of whole earth has increased by 2 degrees Celsius, and because of that, okay, recently I was going through Nature magazine, and there I have studied that in last 10 years 28 trillion metric tons of ice at North Pole and South Pole combined has melted, and because of that the ocean level has raised by 7 centimeters, and because of that a lot of small island countries which were located in remote area, remote sea, okay, are about to sink, okay. The biggest example is Madagascar, okay. In last 40 years 10% of the land of Madagascar country has gone under surface, under seawater, okay. So here global warming has happened because of the advancement of technology, okay, and we are the culprit of that. We should take care of the technology in such a way that it should not hamper the very nature of our surrounding. Safe science with moderate and appropriate use of technology is the need of this country, okay, is the need of this hour, that we should use our knowledge for to make the world a safer place, okay. The scope and opportunities for higher education in physics and various fellowship offered is given in the beginning of the book. If you are too much interested to make your career in the field of physics, you can refer the cover page of the book in the given beginning. Fine. So this is all about the scope of physics and physics in relation to other sciences and tools. Okay, fine. So our previous videos was around 55 minutes. Okay, I am trying to make the videos of maximum 20 to 25 minutes so that it should not go much boring. Okay, so I'm ending this video here. In our next video we will study about measurements, then we will study about uh, types of physical quantities, then units, and a lot whatever can be done in 25 to 30 minutes. Okay, fine. So till the next video, take care of yourself. Bye bye.